All right, boys and girls, today we're going through and we're solving Tuesday's work. Just a reminder that tomorrow, Wednesday, at noon, I'm going to do a Google Meets. I'll send out the link. I'll probably send it out around like 10:30 or 11 because it seems to take a long time for the link to go through. We'll try it out, see if it works. Hope you guys can go. All right, here we go. Our first question. What is 905 multiplied by 100? So we know if we did our patterns of 10, 905 times 1 is 905. 905 times 10 is 9,050. 905 times 100 is 90,500. So noticing that each time we have 2 zeros, so at the end we would add our 2 zeros. Therefore, we know our correct answer would be D. All right, moving on. Your guys' favorite division, 2,409 divided by 4. First, we list out our steps: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat, and then off to the side, I'm going to pause my video if you can too. Take a minute and list your first 10 multiples. Multiples, another word for skip counting, for the number 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. Keep going all the way till you get to 40. Check back. All right, here we go. We're going to start dividing. We're trying to see if 4 can go into 2, and it can't. So now we're going to look at the number 24. Can 4 people fit into 24 chairs? So we're looking over here for the number 24. Ooh, why yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I put my 6 on top. That's me dividing. 6 times 4, that's me multiplying, is 24. If you don't remember, it's over here. We circled it. Now we can go ahead and subtract. 24 minus 24 is 0. Before we bring down, we just double checked. Can 4 people go into 0 chairs? No way, Jose. So we can bring down our next number. Ooh, our next number is 0. Well, 4 people can still not fit into 0 chairs. So we have to hold that place value before we can bring down the next number. And the next number is 9. So we're looking to get 4 into 9. So I'm looking over here for the number 9. And the closest I see is 8. And that's 2 times. So I go and I put my 2 on top. And that's me dividing. 2 times 4 is 8. Now we subtract. I'm left with 1. 4 people can't fit into 1 chair. I have nothing left to bring down, giving me a quotient of 602 remainder 1, which is the option C. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start solving the multiplication equation. I'm going to use the standard algorithm. You can use whatever works for you. I'm doing 1,657 times 29. Hang on, I gotta put paper underneath. So we start in our ones place. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 6 is 51. 9 and 6 is 54. 54 and 5 is 59. 9 and 1, sorry, that's kind of supposed to be over it. 9 and 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. 9 and 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Now I can go ahead and say goodbye. Kill the captain, drop the bomb, and sweep the deck. And I could do 2 times 7, which is 14. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Then I go ahead and add my partial products, starting in the ones place. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. And I'm getting a total of 48,053. 48. Oh, it's there. Beautiful. All right, our next one. Give an example of a composite number and explain why. There's definitely not a lot of room here, so we'll try to do our best with explaining in a little amount of space. My composite number, I'm just going to pick the number 10. because I can, for my explanation, I'm just going to list the multiples. So like 1, or the factors, 1 and 10, you can multiply to get to 10. I could also do 2 and 5, and I know because there's more than just 2 factors of 1 and 10 to get to 10, so I know it's a composite number. Okay, all right, our next one, find the value of h. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 458,024, and we're going to take away 97,206. We've got to start in our ones place. Can I have 4 and take 6 away? No, so I need to borrow. Now I'm going to do 14 minus 6, which should be 8. 1 minus 0 is 1. I can't have 0 and take 2 away, so I need to borrow again. Now I can do 10 minus 2, which is 8. 7 minus 7 is 0. 5 minus 9 I can't do, so I have to borrow again. 15 minus 9 is 6. 3 minus 0 is 3. Now, if you remember, a good way to check your work is doing that inverse operation. If you want to pause the video and use the inverse and then check back with me. Okay, so what I did was my inverse, where I basically just took this and made it this way. So if I was correct, it would equal my minuend, and it is. It is, in fact, correct. So I know my correct answer for h, or value for h, is 360,818. Okay, let's move on to the last one for today. Mrs. Andrews walked 18,027 steps on Monday, 22,527 steps on Tuesday, and 8,906 steps on Wednesday. How many steps did Mrs. Andrews walk in 3 days? Round your answer to the nearest 1,000. So this is actually a 2-part question. First, we need to just add them up. And simply, we have 3 add-ins. We have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then once we get that sum, we're going to round it to the nearest 1,000. So let's get started. We have 18,027. I only like to add 2 at a time because I make mistakes when I have a lot of add-ins. So I'm going to add Monday, and I'm going to add Tuesday, and then when I'm all done, I'll add Wednesday to it. So 7 and 7 is 14. 2, 4, 5. 5 and 0 is 5. 8 and 2 is 10. 2, 3, 4. So for Monday and Tuesday, I have 40,054. So now I'm going to add Wednesday's amount to that. And Wednesday, I clearly didn't walk as much on Wednesday. Must have rained or something. I only had 8,000. So 6 and 4 is 10. 5, 6. 9 and 5 is 14. 8 and 1 is 9. 4 and 0 is 4. So I had a total of 49,460 steps. So now I can round it to the nearest 1,000. Because I'm rounding to the nearest 1,000, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my number out, underline my thousands place, look to the right, and say my riddle. 0 to 4, I stay on the floor. 5 to 9, I climb the vine, meaning it gets bigger. The 4 stays on the floor, which means this is going to stay the same. These all become 0. So it's about, or approximately, 49,000 steps that I walked in 3 days. Not too shabby.